Hello, I'm markeedragon, and this sword, I've got to make sure I don't hit none of the lights or the ceiling with it because it'll really damage it. Not the sword, the ceiling. So this sword is the grand prize for subscribers subscribing to this channel. So, of course, it's Frostmourne, and it's very heavy. It's 16 pounds. So all you have to do is subscribe, and you can win. We start giving away prizes at 20,000 subscribers. We've got a little ways to go, but that's where we start giving away prizes at. In this episode, is this an episode? Anyway, I've got another great viewer question, and this one comes from BarJunkie21. He's 21. What does that tell you? Is he like 21 years old and he's an alcoholic already? Bar junkie? So, says, hey Marcus, I have a question for you about Diablo 3. And I am so looking forward to Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is going to rock. Seeing as there will be a trade system in-game where the people can, trade items for real money, and vice versa, account thieves will be trying all sorts of things to steal the accounts. What sort of systems do you think Blizzard will put in place to counteract these? I think many. And let's see. He thinks that Blizzard should ship the authenticator with every copy of the game. And if you haven't seen what the authenticators are, they are a little key fob, or they work on some cell phones, and it is a set of digits, 4 or 6 digits, that you use like when you put in your login name, password, and then there's a secondary PIN there, and the PIN you get from this key fob. And it was developed by a company called Secure ID, and it's called an RSA. It's a government thing. I actually was there when they instituted using those. I actually worked for the Department of Energy for a while and worked on some cybersecurity stuff and a bunch of server stuff there and everything. Anyway, that's getting off the subject. But it's a very secure method to have this key fob, which is tied to you, that will allow you that when you log into your account, you're going to have to enter that in every time. So don't break the damn thing. The batteries last 3 or 4 years. They get out of sync every once in a while. It's actually, let me explain how they work. So these key fobs that have the numbers scrolling over, they change about once every 30 seconds to a minute, depending on what method they're using. And so what you do to register it is you go to a website, and then it'll ask you, what's the current number right now? So you enter that in. Then it says, what's the current number right now? Again. And you enter that in. And then again, a third time. And then, based off those 3 entries, it does the math on the back end, and it knows what the next number is going to be. So that is, in essence, how it works. That is a very physical security for an intangible good. And so, you know, it really is protection for your account. Now, I know that World of Warcraft offers these already. PayPal offers them, and many banks use them. In fact, we use one for one of our banks when we are sending large wires. We have one. And so it is very, very secure. Now, I think that Blizzard has a lot of other things that they need to consider. There's going to be a lot of people who will refuse to use those, and so they can't force everyone to use them. They will lose sales if they force everyone. Did you know there's an equation that the higher the security, the higher the complexity, the lower the number of people that will use it? And so that goes with sales and everything. So the more complex you make something to buy or use, the less people will use it. And it's just I don't know, it's like a triangle, you know. You got to keep them all in unison, otherwise the triangle gets all out of whack. And so they've got their work cut out for them because they can't force everybody to use these. And if they do, I think it's really quite silly. Now, If they force everybody who wants to play in the marketplace and get paid out in cash to use them, then I could see that. Now, I honestly have not studied up enough on what this auction house marketplace is going to look like in Diablo 3 to know all of the details. For myself, I plan on doing something in it, and but I got to figure out how to do it legitimately, and I can't do the old RMT style. What I need to do is I need to figure out if there's any opportunity to do stuff within this marketplace without violating the terms of service. That's really important to me these days. You know, keeping in good standing with the game companies and everything is very, very important. So it is probably going to be some combination of all of these, but there's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm not sure I want to get into all the security stuff because you know, the security stuff is used at many places, and once you know all the security stuff, then you know how to defeat all of the security stuff. But I will say that, like with Trust 2 and Shattered Crystal, we keep a database of people and computers, and we know when you come back to the store whether you're a good customer or not. And we don't you know, so we're able to tell even when it's somebody who has stolen from us before under a different name when they come back. Oh my God, you know what I just realized? Hold on just a second. I gotta go get you a free code. I forgot to do the free code in the last video. Stay right there. I got a free code coming right up. Okay, let's see here. Let's do one that is a little bit oddball. Okay, this is, I gotta make sure that this doesn't show anything here. I didn't prep any of these, this is so bad. Anyway, you steal from us once, we know who you are. When you come back with the same computer again, we know who you are. When you come back with, there's a whole bunch of other things that we track too. So I won't get into all of it, but I will say it's very sophisticated, and we do a very, very good job of weeding everybody out. Okay, so this right here, this is a Nexon cache code. Now let's see here, can we get it to focus? There we go. This is a Nexon cache code, and this is worth $10 in MapleStory, or is it Vindicus? I think that they do. They've got some other games too. Here, let me show it to you again, just in case you didn't see it the first time. And now be nice, and if you get this, you redeem it, please, please take and post in the comments that it's been gotten. So now I'm probably gonna have to make up, so for all of you that already paused, you're gonna see this afterwards. Okay, to make up for missing the last video, let's do another one here. Let's do, how about one from Darium's, or Delirium's CCG. He's in Ohio, and he gave me some WoW CCG codes. Is that what they are? CCG, I think so. Anyway, these are entered at wowtcg.com/loot. Now, I don't know what this one equals, but do this and your character will have this prize. So here it is. And check out in the description for a link to his Facebook page. Give him a like, and then also maybe tell him thank you for you know, providing these codes. He provided me with a whole bunch of these, so we've got more of these on the way. And anyway, check him out, and so that's that. Okay, back to the subject. Sorry for the commercial break. So anyway, the security on Diablo 3 on their whole marketplace system, I think, is going to be pretty strong. And there will be exploits that'll happen. and I believe that Blizzard will take care of them quite quickly. And there's going to be the normal farming. Oh my God. You know, I've just been thinking about this, and I don't know how they're going to combat this, and maybe they've already said, I don't know. But just think of it. For those of you who played Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, who are you out there? I'm one. The whole thing of getting all of these items and then selling them, you know, people will get up to really high levels and they'll start just making all kinds of items, and the marketplace might be absolutely flooded. And I can see hyperinflation happening really, really quickly with the marketplace. But who knows? I hope that they've hired a good economist to figure out these things to keep hyperinflation from happening. What you want is you want a fair deal. And you want a fair deal between you, the buyer or seller, and then the other person who's the buyer or seller. You want to be able to get $5 for your 5 hours you spent, which is probably what it's going to turn out to be about. You know, probably about $1 an hour. And if you're the buyer, you know, you don't want to pay a whole lot for something, but those rare items, those are going to go for big bucks. I can tell you that biggest items I ever sold were for about $2,500 each, and that was back in Ultima Online. We did do payment processing for a WoW, a WoW reseller, I'll call them. We did that for a little while, and then we gave that up. But there were accounts in there that were sometimes $4,000, and that was really at the height of WoW, about 1.5 years, 2 years into it. So, but we don't do that kind of stuff anymore. Just so you know, nothing happening here that violates the terms of service. So I hope that answers your question, Mr. Bar Junkie 21. And don't forget, this sword right here is going to be given away to one of you subscribers. So if you're already subscribed, don't worry about it. You're already in the running. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to us and you'll be in for a chance to win. I'm markeedragon. Take care.
You should subscribe to his channel because he's going to give away this sword.
So tell me, if you won this sword, what would you do with it?
Oh my goodness. I would be in 7th heaven to begin with. Then I think I would pick a place in my house that was probably where everyone would see it and hang it on the wall.
Wow. This is how much you love the game?
I love it. I love it more than any other game.
Do you know what game we're talking about?
Well, I can pretend, can I?
Okay, so everybody subscribe.
Just look at this. Yes, subscribe.
Yep.
And you may be the winner of this beautiful sword. Check it out.
Thank you, Linda.
Okay.